Okay, it is Friday, June 28th, and I'm heading back to the park station because, as I said in the prior videos, if the information is fixed, if the intelligence is fixed, we cannot get correct performance. One of the things I think that you need to think about is, if you've been watching this videos, what is so wrong about an individual seeking help. And like I said, if you've been watching these videos, I think you can tell how much non-help I've had from all the agencies I've gone to. This has now been going on since August 15th of 2012. I have gone to all the correct institutions, not been helped. I've also, been fed misinformation, steered down dead-end paths, no accountability. When I want to come in and elevate so that I can get it corrected for others, because that's how the game is rigged, they won't even accept that. Now, what I wanted to speak to you about here is I printed out the letter that I'd sent to Captain Corrales regarding the incorrect police report. Now, like I said before, if you don't have the correct information, how is it possible for them to do the correct thing? You must realize that one of the biggest sticking points that I still have to this date is, equal protection, laws being obeyed, everything that should be, and apparently what it's not. The example that I want to use is on the 8/15 incident. I was told by the police officer if I crossed the line that I would be arrested. I've asked, I believe, almost everywhere I've gone, including the sheriff, including the police department, since, I would have been arrested had I crossed over the line, considering the fact that the Department of Public Health committed criminal fraud by, giving the officers false documentation, to deny me my rights, my disability rights, my ADA rights, and everything else under equal protection and, just common sense fairness. Why are they not being arrested? Why is the fact that there was criminal fraud and denial of access and accommodation and services, nowhere written up into the report, basically the narrative? It was all downplayed when I came and filed the police report at Park Station. And why is it now that, along with the videos that I have that you saw are here on YouTube, 8/27 is the date, the 3 where I gave the police report, I have the proof that I gave the police report. Why was I never followed up with? Why was I never interviewed? Nothing but questions, and naturally questions that won't be answered because, as I've said to you, it's cleverly flow-charted into oblivion, into no response and no accountability. Let me point it out to you a little more specifically. Here we go. This is the letter I wrote. Let me read it to you. 6/22, Captain Corrales, please schedule a meeting in which I can come in, video record, and discuss the failure surrounding the incomplete and inadequate police report 120682398 generated by your division. Please note, with the incorrect paperwork, there can be no correct action. Please refer to the following 3 videos just opposed to the incorrect and inadequate report and the consequences that flowed from it. The 3 videos are, and I list them, please note that I was never called in for a follow-up nor interview, which is against or should be against policy. For how can you get to the truth with inadequate and incorrect information? Next paragraph, please contact me via email as soon as possible in order to come in, videotape, do a line-by-line analysis of the incorrect police report in lieu of the videos that I took when I came in and generated the police report. Too bad I was never called in for follow-up nor an interview. However, that is something we can discuss on video, and naturally the consequential failures based on bad and incorrect procedure, we can then go up the chain with the DA and city attorney. Again, please email me as soon as possible with possible meeting times. Sincerely, Then I got a response from him on Monday, June 24th. Mr. Garza, I'm very sorry that you feel unhappy with the police report written by Officer Dennis. I was very surprised at your dissatisfaction, as Officer Dennis is a very diligent officer, so I promptly reviewed the report in question. It is my determination that the report is appropriate. Should you honestly believe that Dennis or I are in dereliction of duty, I urge you to file a report. I urge you to report it to the Office of Citizens Complaints. They will conduct an unbiased, thorough investigation. That's got to be the biggest laugh of all. Next line, good luck in your endeavor, and thank you for bringing this bringing your concerns to my attention. The problem here with this is that, in my opinion, proper police procedure should be wanting to fix the errors in its incorrect methodology. By me, wanting to come in and point out where it was wrong, not only does that correct the errors, it also allows for correction of the police report. Fortunately, this dead-end bump steer does not correct the police report because it is not OCC's function, but it's a clever diversion, and of course, no accountability, and it brings into question whether or not they really want it to be fixed. So on 6/25, I wrote back, and I just want to show you, my response. Dear Captain Corrales, I am in receipt of your response and must disagree with you. As you know, your opinions do not leave room to correct, follow up, and interview for the 8/15/2012 incident that the police report omitted. In your response, you noted how diligent the incomplete police report was handled. However, as is evident by the videos which you supposedly reviewed, much was omitted. Okay. Where is the criminal fraud charges that I repeatedly stated to the officer in regard to DPH, and also the law-breaking activity of DPH's medical refusal and my rights to access and accommodation as a disabled person? I will be in today to try to follow up, schedule a meeting with you, explain the errors, omissions, and continue to videotape the results or lack of them. Please schedule a meeting as soon as possible to go over this and many other issues sincerely. So, today's the 28th. You saw in the video the other day, I believe it was the 26th, where I came in and, tried to speak to him. The big point, like I'm trying to point out, is, the police report must be corrected so that proper action can be taken with it. By sloughing it to the OCC, who will not correct it, it's still, something's terribly rotten in Denmark. Unfortunately, like I said, it's not advocacy here, it's an adversarial, process here. You have to fight the police who are supposed to be there doing things correctly for you. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm here to see if Captain Corrales is in. I'm following up on my emails to him and, still trying to get a meeting to correct an incorrect police report. Captain Corrales is not available today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you please tell him that I was in? You took my name and everything last time.
One more time, just to make sure I got the right.
Well, here, let me write it for you.
Sure.
And I'm just going to write it on the back and have him email me, and please have him, get on this, because like I told him, basically, without being able to correct the police report, there can be no correct action. And unfortunately, the dead-end referral to the OCC does not suffice, because not only do they bundle everything and not handle stuff correctly, which I have got evidence of, they also, it is not their jurisdiction to correct incorrect police reports. So, for me to get my rights and the justice, which has already been delayed by a bad police report, this methodology must be corrected immediately, so that I can get correct action from law enforcement. Is that okay?
Sure.
So, what are his normal hours so I know when to come in?
You mean for the captain?
Yes, that's who I've been searching, because that's the person who I need to speak with regarding.
You may want to call around 8:30, 8 to 8:30.
No, I want to come in. I don't want to call. I want to continue.
We have to set an appointment because
Well, that's what I'm trying to do here.
Well, sir, we have to give this information to the captain and he will give you a call to get that appointment that you requested.
Or he will deny the appointment or meeting like he has in the past. That's why I'm continuing to come in, to show that the process does not work, by pointing out that I will continue to follow up even if I'm handled incorrectly or badly.
Right now, sir, is provide this
Thank you.
email address to the captain, okay?
Thank you. Have a nice day.